I'm excited for today. Starting out, we're going to see this stunning transformation by Lifestyles by Barron's.
Hey Mark, hi Mandy, it's Glen Peloso here. I am here with Gord and Barron, and for one great reason. We came to this house, and you know how many people just end up with a standard builder's house? They live there a number of years, they don't really know what to do, they just know that they don't like it. And then the next part of the process can be really difficult. Well, the nice thing about Lifestyles with Barron is they come to your house, and what you get is this amazing book that shows you exactly what you have and exactly what it's going to be. So you start with these wonderful renderings that are really just two-dimensional little pictures that finally turn into this. So you get to, like Harry Potter, walk into the book. It's amazing. So you were saying earlier that this just was a little closed-up, dark space.
Closed little vestibule here with very limited dark walls everywhere.
Right.
All right, virtually no storage.
Now you mean dark because they just didn't have any open walls to allow light in?
Walls everywhere.
So now you've got tons of new windows on all the sides, so this space feels really bright and open.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. And then you were saying that we came in here and we ended up with basically, that used to be the...
This used to be the actual living room, which is now the dining room.
Wow.
That was the dining room, which is now the office.
Which is good.
It's about redeploying and using the space better and making it functional.
So, and then we had a bunch of walls around here, which we took out, and now we have this wonderful sort of light, bright column of staircase.
Typical closed staircase configuration, which meant nothing was going up that staircase, nothing was going down. So you basically had a straight staircase going down, completely closing off the lower level from the upper two levels.
Right. It must have ended up with all kinds of different temperature heats, like trying to get the house
Extremely
to be...
uncomfortable, very cold in the basement, no flow of furniture, people, or HVAC heating and cooling.
That is amazing. Now, I have to ask, I mean, I love the fact that this is bright and wide and open, and it feels like a great place to greet your guests and has room for everybody. And what do we do now with our coats?
We have a complete pantry solution and a cloakroom solution directly right here. We've actually got about 300% more storage than what we had previously, plus we have a beautiful servery.
Oh.
And this room used to be the actual office. So it's not about being stuck where it was, it's about how do we make it more efficient and better use of the space.
Wow, if this was my house, I know that he would be hanging up the coat, I would be getting drinks, because that's really just who I am.
True.
This connects to the dining room, which is fantastic. And it is wonderfully...
It passes right through. The living room is now the dining room.
Wow.
So as you can see, we've added a lot of windows. We've taken all the walls down. It's bright, it's airy, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's a great way to come home.
Most definitely. And this is with the front of the home. It's the heart of the home. It's an area that's critical, but it's not used all the time. So it's always there, ready to greet guests.
So now typically I think of the heart of the home as being the kitchen. So why don't we go and have a look at that? Because now that I have a drink, I'm of course going to need some sort of hors d'oeuvres. Do you do that?
We're working at it.
That's fantastic. Then we have this one, wow, this is lovely. And I like how there's so much window here now. It feels like I'm almost outside.
We're trying to join the outside and the inside, and believe it or not, there was a solid wall there in the past with a big brick fireplace with a tiny little viewing area. So everything felt very long and narrow. So we were really losing a lot of space. We were making a large space feel very small.
The only thing, I mean, I'm sure that you and the designer who worked on this, what her name is?
Allison.
Allison, must have realized that we were going to save a lot of money on art because we certainly have so much open, bright, wide space. It's wonderful. And nature becomes your art.
Absolutely. We had a 3-foot window on the back here, which was the kitchen here. 3-foot window, which is now being completely replaced with glass. And you're absolutely right. The backyard is art. Absolutely beautiful.
And it's pretty wonderful because, of course, that kind of art changes every single day. Hopefully in the wintertime, not too much, which is clearly what we're looking at. We like less winter and more summer. And now we end up in this fantastic kitchen, which is just amazing, really the heart of the home.
Absolutely. This is the one area that every renovation starts with. And this is where our design team really focuses, and then everything grows from here.
Wow.
The heart of the home is the kitchen, but it's got to be very functional, but it's also got to be beautiful. We can build you all sorts of beautiful rooms around it, but everybody still congregates towards the kitchen.
Right.
So we put a lot of focus on the kitchen.
Fabulous. And I noticed that there's like a bunch of cool little sort of lighting features. We have all this sort of painted cabinet that's all built in, wonderful handles. The countertops and the quartz are really beautiful, and great faucets, all those kinds of things. I know that people often talk, when they look at this sort of process, they want to know how much is this going to cost. And of course, the cost differentials happen by what materials people choose. And you, through this book, allow them to have complete autonomy over exactly what it is they're going to pick.
We create a whole storyboard, which then dictates the budget, and then we can control the budget as to what's in scope and what is not in scope.
That's pretty fantastic. So I want to see, you said that back here used to be what?
This used to be a powder room. So we had a very small powder room here,
Right.
which was odd being right off the kitchen to have a powder room. And we had a lot of hallways, which weren't functional. So this is the second kitchen, which now supports outdoor living.
Wow.
This will be used more than the main kitchen because it's one area that you don't have to worry about the mess. And quite frankly, you don't have everybody coming into your beautiful gourmet kitchen. So this has actually become the second kitchen, and then the laundry room, you create your laundry upstairs, and we've changed this to a pool changing room.
That's pretty great.
So the pool changing room is actually quite unique. It's obviously a bathroom, but it's sizable, so when you're doing outdoor entertainment, you have the family and the pool going, you now have a beautiful change room here as well.
It's a pretty spectacular first floor. It's amazing how we could go from something that was closed up, really, really standard, to something that is almost completely customized for the people that live here.
It's total custom. If you look back at this original space, we had hallways on hallways. Everything was closed off and everything was very dark.
Right.
So it's not always about making it bigger, it's about making it better. How do we use the space more efficiently, and how do we make it more custom?
Right.
And that at Lifestyles by Barron's, it's not about just making it look pretty, it's all about
Also makes it
functionality.
right. And I think that it's sometimes difficult even for audience members to realize that those hallways take up a lot of space, but they just have one function. If your hallway is through a room, you get to make use of that room, so you're both in the hallway and in the room at the same time, which makes the space that much more usable.
Most definitely.
Wow, that's great. Can you
Great.
show me around? So it's an amazing space, and the really cool thing that Lifestyles by Baron does is they also do a bunch of really interesting tours. So if you want to see the whole house, come down and join. You've been doing this for a while, yeah?
We are over 26 years been doing the tour program. It's a great opportunity to get an awful lot of information.
Yeah.
Everything from design to architecture to finishing and why.
Wow.
And we're one of the only design build companies in the province actually even offering this program.
That's pretty cool. So you get to come down and actually have a look. And I just wanted to say that sometimes when I get up in the morning, you know, it takes a while to get this all together. It actually takes a village. It's a small village compared to the village that it takes to create one of the Lifestyle by Baron's homes. And I think we should meet some of them.
Yeah, to develop these dream homes, we couldn't do it without a team. Now, this only represents a very small portion of our team, but you know, it'd be great for you to actually meet them.
I'd love that.
So the first person here is Rick. Rick is our sales VP and does the actual sales and marketing of the company.
Nice to meet you. He'll be at the tour?
Most definitely.
Nice.
Chris does our customer care and the actual development of our supply channels and relationships with our manufacturers directly.
Yeah, then we should have
So
a
this is
relationship.
Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Allison couldn't be without Allison. We have full design, which means everything from the furnishing elements to the art to the sculptures.
This is the most important part of
We
your team.
couldn't do it without
I
Allison.
only say that because I get it.
We go back about 17 years with Allison,
Nice.
so there's a history here.
Good.
And then we have Darren. Darren leads the build side of the company and manages the site. So critical person in the team here as well.
Yes.
Couldn't do it without Darren.
It would all fall apart without him.
Most definitely.
The whole house.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Literally.
Exactly.
Literally.
So the nice thing is that you can come down and see the entire team at one of the tours and see the entire house. So come and check it out.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks for watching The Mark and Mandy Show. Like our video by clicking below and subscribe to our YouTube channel.